everybody, welcome back to the All Things Good channel and to another daily vlog of my COVID journey. This is day 5 of Vlogid, but day 6 since I actually tested positive and started having symptoms, but officially it's my day 5. So I've been up about 45 minutes. I'm full of the cold symptoms again this morning, which is interesting because that seemed to go yesterday. So whether this is just a get up in the morning feeling and this might dissipate throughout the day, we'll see. Did have a good night's sleep. Sleeping isn't an issue at the moment because my main symptom now, it would seem, is this dreadful fatigue. And I think that might go on for some time, but who knows, we'll see. When I had my COVID vaccines, the first COVID vaccine I had, I reacted very badly to. I was really poorly for about 48 hours with flu-like symptoms, hallucinations. I had muscle aches. I had almost COVID symptoms from a reaction to the vaccine. And what followed after that was about 9 weeks of severe fatigue, to the point where I was going to the doctors. I didn't know what was the matter with me. I was having blood tests. I thought there was something else wrong. It was quite frightening. And then it turned out that it was a reaction to the COVID vaccination I'd had. The second vaccination I had, which was the same vaccine, I didn't react as badly to. I didn't react as badly in the first 24, 48 hours. But I had a further 9 weeks of severe fatigue that followed that. It was very bizarre. The COVID booster jab that I received was a different type of vaccine. And to that I had no reaction whatsoever, no side effects and no fatigue. Now having COVID, the way I feel is like I did after I reacted to the COVID vaccination, the first 2. So in terms of the fatigue, that leads me to believe that if that's going to follow suit, I very well may have this fatigue for some time. Or it could be that the vaccines have sorted that out. Who knows? This is a mystery, isn't it? The whole thing's a mystery as you go along. But it'll be a day of practically nothing again today. The weather's turned really awful again here in the UK. So we've lost all that warm, sunny weather. We are back to cold, dreary, put layers of clothes and coats on weather. Put the heating back on. So there's no sitting outside. There's going to be a lot of sitting around the house. I've also got an issue in that I have a problem with my water tank. My copper pipe overflow is dripping outside, and when I went and looked in the water tank area, the valve thing is leaking, whatever it's called, I don't know. So I've rang a plumber who's going to ring me back today, but obviously not prepared to come out until I'm better. So touch wood, I do have hot water and heating at the moment, but there's clearly something wrong. So that's going to have to be sorted out unless someone's prepared to come over and I'll go out the house. But I don't want really somebody in the house while there's all these germs lingering about. Anyway, on to this Vlogid and let's see what today brings. I've just got my glasses on because I haven't put my contact lenses in yet because my eyes are a bit stingy this morning as well. The other thing that someone advised me yesterday when they were looking at the vitamins I take is that this particular one, that is the effervescent energy full of vitamins one that I take, mixed with my daily tablets, supposedly isn't quite as good on vitamins and minerals as I was led to believe. I mean, it does state it all in the back, but apparently it's more of a to give you lots of energy. Now, whilst I do need energy at the moment, I was highly recommended to get these instead, which gives you the 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. My other understanding is that whilst these are classed as 1 a day, while you're poorly, you can take up to 3 or 4 a day. Apparently your body doesn't hold vitamin C, so you can never overdose on it. But at times like this, you can have more. And I think when people are very poorly in hospital, they sometimes give them something like more than quadruple that dose. So I got these off Amazon, highly recommend it, and I started taking them yesterday, and I'm going to swap those for the time being with the effervescent drink and just have my vitamins with water. So very grateful for all the advice. Keep it coming. Here's my leak. So, there we go. My understanding is it's probably coming from there. But other than that, I know nothing about it. Brilliant. Thought I'd just come out for a bit of fresh air. I feel really sick today. And the tiredness, the jet laggy tiredness is so bad. I feel like I could sleep standing up. But I feel quite nauseous. So I've just come out in the car to just come out for a bit, for a change of scene and to get a little bit of fresh air, because I haven't got the energy to walk outside. So I'm just had a little drive, just parked up now. So this isn't very pleasant today at all. And it's taking on another dimension of feelings and symptoms. So I think I will have perhaps a smoothie for my lunch. I had some cereal this morning. And the nausea is sort of just because, you know, sometimes if you feel so desperately tired, it almost makes you feel sick. It's just like that. I'm so tired. I'm going to have to go to sleep as well. Really tired. I'm a bit sick of this now. It's rubbish, isn't it? Quarter to 2. Weather has taken a change for the better, which is lovely. So I am just having half an hour sitting in the sunshine, but good for nothing today. Absolutely good for nothing. Cold symptoms are a bit better, but I can hardly string my words along. I'm so tired. I have had a little snooze, but there's workmen next door and there's a lot of drilling and banging going on today. Oh well. This is a feel very sorry for yourself Vlogid, isn't it? It's miserable. I'm so sorry. But it is what it is, as they say. But Lenny's having a little time with me in the garden. I'm a bit worried about Albert today, because he did eat his breakfast this morning, but all he's done is sleep all day. He's either very much in tune with me, or I'm wondering whether he's not very well. And I think cats can get COVID, and I'm really worried, but I can't give him a test, obviously. So just getting a few more vitamins from this sunshine for half an hour or so. And the day is just rolling past, really. It's very uninteresting. And I've spoken to work, and I think sometimes when people haven't had COVID or don't know enough of the facts, it's very difficult to relay to somebody how you feel. Not just the fact that I'm testing, excuse the noise in the background, testing positive, so I wouldn't and couldn't go to work anyway, but explaining to somebody how you feel and that you couldn't possibly get through a working day is tricky. My boss, who I admire greatly, don't get me wrong, said something along the lines of, well, you've been very careful for 2 years, but perhaps you weren't very careful and that's why you've got it. I don't know why I've got it. I am very careful. We still wear masks at work. And I've been so careful for over 2 years. I have a mum in her 90s. I'm a vulnerable category. I have always been so clean and so careful that I can't give you an explanation as to why I've got it. But it's something like 1 in 14 people now in the UK has this. I just feel yuck. I don't particularly feel sick anymore, but I just feel yuck. So it's making me feel grumpy, yucky. It's almost like I am recovering from a horrible illness. And you know, if you've ever had a stomach bug or a stomach upset and you haven't got back round to eating yet, and you've got no energy because of that, but you're on that sort of, you're still feeling yucky and you're not quite ready to eat yet. It's the only way I can describe it. It's just revolting. Let's go and find out what Albert's doing. Talk of the devil, Albert's woken up. He seems okay. I think he was just having a lazy day. You all right, Albert? Hello, bub. You going to have something to eat? God love him. How kind was this? The doorbell just went, and obviously I couldn't answer it, so I'm waving to the man out the window. And he said, I've bought you some medicine. I said, what? So he stood right back at the end of the path, and I opened the door. And my local pharmacy have just delivered my regular medication and my daughter's regular medication because they'd heard I got COVID. So they brought it to the door. How kind is that? Do you know, humans can be lovely. They can be not lovely as well. But the majority of the whole, still can't talk today. My faith in humanity gets restored on quite a few occasions. And I just thought that was so kind of them. And as he left, he said, anything else you need, just ring the pharmacy, we'll drop it down to you. Life's not so bad, is it? Just rustled up enough energy to make my smoothie. So this is going to be a handful of spinach leaves, 1 small banana, handful of blueberries, handful of raspberries, my turmeric defense shot, and 1 small apple. And then I top it all up with water to the max line, give it a whiz, and that's all you need to do. That's what I needed. Feel all the goodness going in. It's lovely with the turmeric shot in as well. You get all that spicy taste without the burning sensation at the back of your throat. That's lovely. But I didn't have any lunch today, so I just had my breakfast and I've just had this. So I probably haven't had enough today. So I'm going to give this an hour, see if it perks me up a bit. And then I am going to probably make a little bit of dinner as well, because Gracie's back home, so she needs some dinner. But I might just have perhaps a little bit of whole wheat pasta or something just to give me a bit of energy. But yeah, so I'm sorry that today's Vlogid is a bit, well, hang on. Ba-jing, she's back. I wish. I'm sorry today's Vlogid is a bit dull. And not just dull, but down in the dumps dull. But it's been a really hard day. A really hard, fatigued, yucky, sicky day. And there's nothing I can do about that. It's part of the journey, isn't it? So I will be doing a COVID test tomorrow morning. Keep your fingers crossed. Let's see how we get on. Fingers crossed for another good night. And maybe the sun will be shining again tomorrow and happiness will return. So anyway, on the whole, I'm not too bad. Count my blessings. Could be a lot worse. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I will be back tomorrow and see what happens. In the meantime, have a lovely evening. It's Monday, isn't it? Is it Monday? Yes. Rub me out, start again, eh? Enjoy Monday evening, everybody. See you tomorrow.